What's up? It's your boy Lemon with another tech review, and today is that Super X performance video. Now, y'all been waiting for this for a minute, but you know, doing these tech videos is kind of tough. This ain't no easy work here. So what we're gonna look at right now is performance on. We're gonna start off with simple games, more complex games, and back to another smaller indie game. So right now we're going with Double Dragon. Now I want y'all to pay attention on how powerful the Super X is with that 395 AI plus AMD architecture. Now, this is a great device. You know, I've been bragging about it. So we're going to start off, and I just want you to check out this gameplay of me just playing. This is a smaller indie style title. And yes, all the games shown today is plugged. The Super X is plugged into the wall, and it will be running a 75 watt TDP. And as you're seeing right here, it is using 67 watts. Now, it's holding a steady 60 to 62 frames per second. Now, one thing I'm going to say about this device is it flawlessly plays these games in HDR and whatever setting I seem to put it at. And you're going to see other games later, some running in very high, some in epic. The stuttering and anything to that nature, it is evident that the Super X can power through most games that I've tested so far, and I will continue to test more games. I just wanted to make sure to give you exactly what you wanted to see in the performance. As you see in the top right hand corner, it is steady, and plus I'm using that 360 adapter or the Xbox adapter with an Elite controller too. And yes, everything seems to be working in order. It feels like a console experience. So let's move on to the next game, and yeah, let's do that. We're getting into the Ascent. Now here we have the Ascent. Now the reason I showed this game, I'm going to be running this game on epic settings and an uncapped frame rate at 1440p full screen. Now this is one of those games, look, ultra settings. This is one of those games that is so concluded and crowded and congested with many NPCs, and to move around this game at an uncapped frame rate with full VSync on is an amazing feat. So let's get into it. Let's check this performance. As you see in the loading screen, of course, it's going to be in the highest frames. Once again, everything is set to a 75 watt TDP. Now, as you see, as I walk through the city, you see how congested it is. We're holding an 80 to 85 steady frame rate. Now, once again, this is the AMD 395 AI Plus with 48 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, you heard it, 48 gigabytes. And I have a dedicated 16 gigabytes dedicated to the GPU. And as you see in some parts, it even reaches up to 98 frames per second. And yes, it averages about 80 to 85. But this is an example and the horsepower behind the 395 plus. Now we're going to move into another smaller title, another indie title. We're going to move into Contra, where it holds a steady 60 frames per second. Let's get into it. Now here, once again, we have another smaller title, Contra, Operation Kaluga. Now, I want you to check out these stats real quick, or the settings that I have this game on. I'm running it at 60 frames per second at 1440p. It is definitely an easier game to run, but like I said, I'm gonna give you a better example on the next one with that Black Myth Wukong. But I just wanted to show you the fluidness and how steady this runs. And yes, everything, like I said, is topped off at that 75 watt TDP, but it automatically adjusts. Right now you see it at 25 watt TDP. It's taking this game to run. And one thing I haven't really got into was the battery testing with the Super X. But as this device goes right now, this 2-in-1 super tablet, it definitely is a beast, and it should be for the amount of money that it costs. But the performance rivals the price. I just have to say the performance rivals the price. And I will say this is not a device for the average gamer or the casuals. This is definitely a device that's for the enthusiasts. But as you see, the smoothness of the gameplay is unrivaled, especially something that's made like a Surface Pro. Look, I wanted to get the homing rocket, so you get to see explosions all over the map, different projectiles being shot throughout the levels. Once again, like I said, the 395 from AMD is a processing beast. There is no ifs, ands, or buts that this thing performs. But let's get into that Black Myth Wukong, which highly impressed me because it's a very not too well optimized game. Facts. Now we about to get into the nitty gritty. We about to get more bang for buck. We about to see what this AMD 395 is really built like. This is a game that is not well optimized, that gives SoCs a lot of problems. This and Spider-Man, but I don't have Spider-Man on Steam. But this is a game, as you see, the 75 watt TDP, and yes, that is the menu for the Super X that brings up all the wonderful features that you can do with this device. Now, we all know that this game is very hard on system on a chips architecture. Right now, we at 106 frames, 1440p, very high settings. And as you see from the performance, with all the foliation and everything going around, it is holding pretty damn well. Now it drops, but it's a steady frame time graph that's going on with this game. It is an amazing thing to see that you can get this type of performance on a device that is portable, that has a built-in OLED screen. Yo, the Super X is a monster. And everything with the AMD 395 AI Plus. Yo, that is so hard to say all the time. It's crazy. But look at the environments. Look how it's running. Silky smooth. Right now we at 93 frames. And listen, for you frame people, for you performance people, listen. This Super X is a beast. It's a beast. Now you see, let's get into these couple enemies. Let's see how much it drops to. Right now we at 98. We're getting into the battle. We're getting into the action. And yes, it's still holding above 90. This is the performance you want for next gen. At least. This game is very rough to run on high-end GPUs. And you're getting this in a 2-in-1 tablet Surface style device. How can you complain? We're going to get into this quick boss battle. We're going to move into another game that is also demanded on the PC level. But man, the performance of this device is unrivaled. And no, I didn't get the water cool edition, which can go up to 120 watts. Because I don't want no water near my device. But this device is maxed out at 75 watts. And as you see, that the TDP is telling you it's using 72 watts. So it's still not maxed out. It's at the edge, but it's not maxed out. This is another feat of AMD's Marvel. We're going to move into Stellar Blade, and I'm going to show you some more great performance. Now let's get into this Stellar Blade look. This is one of the games I prefer to have on PC because you can definitely take advantage of the performance you own. This is 1440p. I got the target frame rate as unlimited. The graphics are set to very high. Now, this game is also demanding on PCs. It's a beautiful game. The game is definitely a great game to play. Listen, let's get into this performance and let's see what we're going to get out of this AMD 395. I'm going to stop saying AI plus and all that craziness because that's just a lot. But right now, we're holding at 82 frames per second with very high settings. Let's see as we go down here and fight this little minion. What will the performance be once the action starts? Right now, we're down to 73. As long as games hold above 60 and push to 100, I am very happy with that, or 120. And like I said, this is 1440p settings. You could lower it to 1080p, 1200p, 1600p, and get better performance. But right now, even though we're at very high settings, 1440p, it is still only using 65 watts. 66.3 watts of power, and you know the device maximum is 75 watts. So we're still not being maxed out. You see, it's more CPU heavy with the megahertz going up higher for the CPU. It's CPU bound, but this game is performing optimally. As you see, no hiccups, smooth gameplay. I hope y'all enjoyed this, the recording and the quality, but this is one of them games that definitely can show the performance and the visual fidelity that we all ask for. Now, with this being said, let's get into something that's getting ready to drop. Replace. You know I gotta end it right. Now you say, Lemon, this is another indie game. This is a game that doesn't require this much power. Yes, but this is a game I could turn VSync off. This is a game I can show you at 4K and give you the best fidelity of this game can perform. And you know why we're celebrating this game? Because this game was supposed to come out on my birthday on March 12th and it didn't, and now it's coming out at April 14th. And yes, it will be in Game Pass, and it's a play anywhere game. This is a game I've been waiting for 4 to 5 years. It's a beautiful game. It's a well illustrated game, and we're celebrating the month of April because Replace finally will drop. Let's cross our fingers because it's been pushed back multiple times. But with that being said, this game is another amazing push forward for the Super X device. It is performing at a level that just can't be rivaled. Unless you have a high-end PC, this Super X is seriously a powerful beast through frame rates, resolution. This is the device for you. Now, right now we're holding at 86. You know I have the frame rate uncapped, so it's going to fluctuate. But look, it is definitely jumping. The TDP has jumped to 75 watts to 74 watts. Now, a game of this magnitude, really, that is overkill when it comes to using the wattage. But one thing I can say, you can go into that Super X menu, you can adjust it per game like you can on your ROG Ally X's or your Xbox Ally X's or your Legion Goes. You definitely can go into the menus. Oh, let me not forget the MSI Claw. You could adjust the TDP to help save on battery. 70 watts for this is definitely overkill, but I just wanted to show you that, man, the performance on this device across the board, whether it's indie, AAA, or AA, like the Ascent. It's just an amazing game, and the Ascent really impressed me because the visual fidelity that brings to the table is also an awesome feat, and to see all those NPCs populate the levels was just amazing. Now, this is what your boy Lemon gonna be doing. I'm gonna be putting more AAA titles through the test. I just wanted to give you a taste of indie, AA, and AAA. I wanted to give y'all a taste of what the system can do. I'm going to try bigger games. I don't have that many major titles installed on my Steam. I have a lot of indie games. I just picked up Maximum Carnage. I'll be picking up He-Man and possibly giving a code away from limited run games. So we're gonna be doing that through the month of April. It's a celebration of gaming. This game should be dropping the 14th, like I said, but so far with the Super X, even taking it on the road, and I just left PAX. You listen, it's been a performance beast. It's been a video editing beast. You know, I'm not too keen on AMD devices for video editing, and man, you talking about something that's overachieving, or maybe not even saying overachieving, it's really living up to what they promise. And as you see here, the gameplay is fluid. Now, I've played this on my Ally X at lower settings, 1080p, got good performance. But what I was going to do in terms of a Super X review was add the comparing, put it down to 35 watts, compare the Ally X to the Super X. I still might do a video like that. You let me know in the comments if you're interested to see a comparison between both devices running at the same TDP, because of course if I raise the TDP it will punish my Ally X. But if you would like to see me compare them at the same wattages, let me know in the comments. Your boy Lemon is here. This is 108 Dragons TV. This is another tech review. We are out of here, and I'll see you in the next one.